Hey everyone, welcome to our 5-day sneak peek on Beachbody Coaching. I'm so excited and happy that you are here. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Kristen Richards and I am a 6-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I was a 2014 Premier Coach, and in 2015 I ended as an elite coach with a team that placed 170 out of 400,000. I am so passionate about this business, and I want to do this group for you and open the doors to give you some insight as to exactly what we do as coaches. There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of, why is she posting on Facebook and Instagram all the time? And it goes so much more beyond that. And so the goal of this group is to answer questions for you, give you some more details and insight, and honestly see if this may be a fit for you and your life. If you didn't see potential in yourself, if you didn't see potential and maybe following me, or maybe you've heard about this, then you wouldn't be here. So thank you for reaching out and taking the time to just learn a little bit of information and then being able to make an informed decision. A little bit about me. I am absolutely no different than you. Point blank. I am a mom of 2 boys, ages 9 and 5, and I'm 18 weeks pregnant. I have been a coach since October of 2013, and every single month that I learned more about this business, it just started fueling my fire that, wow, this could turn into something great. I never went into it thinking that Beachbody would become my full-time job in my life. I never in a million years, not even the first year. But again, as time went on and the more lives that I touched and the more impact that I was starting to make on my community, it just grew. And that same evolution has happened for so many people that I know, and so many people that I have the honor of saying that I was able to be there and mentor them from start to where they are now, the same way I had to do it. So how exactly does one get involved or attracted to Beachbody? So for me, it was 2011, I ended my second pregnancy with an extra 90 pounds. After the first year, I only took off 25. I was not a girl who ever struggled with her weight or her body image. I pretty much ate the way that I wanted to, and I did the things that I needed to do. I was a young, struggling mom. We were absolutely living not even paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have a very high paycheck. I worked as a server. I went to nursing school, and I had an infant son I had to raise and take care of. By the time I graduated nursing school, I was pregnant with my second son and had to work as a new grad and juggle family life and having a newborn and a toddler. So all of those contributing factors I know played a role in my health. But by the time that everything felt out of control, my health, my finances, my decision making as a mom, being a new nurse, all of those things, I just felt like my life was completely spiraling out of control. I knew that something had to change, and I knew how I felt was not the most healthy direction. I would cry every single night. I hated the way that my clothes fit. I wouldn't smile in pictures. I honestly have very little pictures with how bad I felt. I didn't want to be in front of anyone. I isolated myself, and this was not the person that everyone knew me as. There was lots of changes, and I didn't know how to come out of it. So I did what anybody would do. I got a gym membership that I couldn't afford. I then found out that I could never find the time for the gym. I tried diet pills. I tried supplements. I tried starving myself. I tried the cayenne pepper lemon juice diets. I tried the where you just eat fruits and vegetables and eliminate everything out of your diet. It was a mess. It was such a mess. And looking back now, all those methods were they were detrimental on my health. They were making it worse, but I was so desperate, I didn't care. And I was too proud to ask anyone. I knew at that time in my life I needed someone, but I didn't know where. I didn't have the money for a personal trainer, so I found resources of others sharing their transformations and what was working for them. I discovered meal planning and meal plans. I discovered the concept of clean eating, and so it all started to make sense when I could look at it as a science, which was my background, to understand why your body burns fat and to know that there's a formula I have to follow. It became more clear for me. 80% of your transformation and my transformation is nutrition. And 80% of my time went into learning nutrition. I am not someone who cooked. And again, that working out factor was not something that I had time for or desired. But again, that nagging problem was I needed a change. So I was going to do what it took. And I invested in the time every Sunday of putting together a meal plan, prepping, and slowly but surely making my way to the gym, even when I didn't want to do it. And I started getting results. And those results were starting to inspire others around me. I got to a point where I was so happy about my progress that I wanted others to feel the same way. I wanted to show them everything that I knew and everything that I had learned. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done, but that feeling of, oh my gosh, I accomplished something, and wanting to share with others who were feeling the same way I did was what fueled my fire. I knew that I had purpose, and so I just started sharing. I was not a coach during this time. Again, just a nurse, just a happy mom, somebody who regained their health back. I was 25 with nodules on my thyroid, 80 pounds overweight, I believe it was. It was over 220, I know that. Excessive overactive bladder, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, and I was able to correct that in a little over a year and a half. And that is something that is huge, and that is something that people who knew me knew what I felt at that time, and they wanted to be part of it. So here's how this works now. What do you do when you have so many people and they have different goals and they need different things, and maybe they come from different backgrounds, maybe they suffer from injuries? How do you show them what works for you? And so I was on Facebook. I had a girl who friend requested me. Didn't know who she was. She was from New Jersey. I don't accept friend requests from strangers, so she sat in my box for a while. And what happened? I followed her, and I realized she was doing the exact same thing that I was doing, except for she was doing something a little different. She was doing a Beachbody program, and she was talking about it. She was sharing it. She was doing everything that I was doing, except for she was making it a business. And I finally accepted her friend request, and I reached out to her, and I asked her what she did. And the memories of my husband doing Insanity in 2009 came back to life. The memories of my best friends doing P90X when it first came out. Knowing about Shakeology and the superfood blend, that my trainer had me on something very similar when I had done a personal trainer. I started researching and looking into it, and I said, you know what? This was exactly what I was being prepped for years and didn't know it. So I got some more information. I didn't have the money to invest, but again, didn't have the money to invest in a gym, so quit that and decided that I was going to become a coach. And I did that. And it was the most incredible decision I had ever made. Yes, it was hard. Yes, there was a lot to learn. Yes, I was overwhelmed. But all I knew is I could help people and I could share. And what I didn't know about any, different things or programs, I had resources of people to help me and ask. But the main goal with Beachbody and their programs was the support. And knowing that there was programs that could work for anyone, knowing that it could work for any lifestyle, and knowing that I was now part of this and could change lives. And so that, my friends, is how it all evolved and how it started. Now, 2.5 years later, it's gone a little bit beyond that to where I have more people watching me. I have a team that I have to run. But at the end of the day, it still goes back to me and my goals. Where before I was being accountable to myself and to that girl who was miserable and wanted to change. But now I'm not only being accountable to my health, but I have others who look up to me. And, there are days when I struggle, I share and talk about it. There are days that I cheat, I share and talk about it. There are days that I don't work out. Again, I talk about it. And so I just share my journey just like I would before. And I want people to know that I'm just like them. I'm a normal person. I'm not an expert. Now, you will have fitness experts in Beachbody, but then you'll have people like me who just were struggling and needed solutions, and they found them, and they were led to something where now they can help others do the same. So here we are, and now that you know a little bit more about me, this is where I'm going to talk to you more in depth with details as to exactly what we do, even beyond coaching, what I just explained. A little bit of how you earn income, your questions and concerns, the business model, what are challenge groups? I talked a little bit about those. Remember I told you we have accountability groups using the programs and to help them. And then to see if this is the right fit for you. So I invite you again to continue this. I let you know that we have some great prizes to give away. I'll post a video tomorrow morning on more details about that. But I hope that this is something you're excited about because I'm excited about sharing. And I look forward to meeting each of you and hearing more about your stories, what brought you to this coaching sneak peek, what you know, what you may not know, and just see where we can go from there. So I will talk and see you guys very soon. Have an incredible night.